So on today's walk, we're leaving exit 5 from the Sanam Chai metro station, and we're going to walk towards the river, and then we're going to walk down the river a tiny bit, cross over a bridge, and come back up through some places that I've marked on the map on the other side of the river, behind Wat Arun, and possibly then further along as well. Many people probably opt to take a boat across from Rajini Pier. I prefer to look around and see everything that there is to see. Our floodgate system. I seem to be having problems with my lighting, so let's just get that fixed. There we go. As always, a little bit more off the beaten track rather than sticking where all the tourists go. I'm going to pause for a moment and sort out my white balance and my exposure. See if that's a little bit better. Shooting in a different mode to normal, so have to get used to it. Onions, anyone? Potatoes? Smells great. Interesting. There doesn't seem to be a lot going on these streets anymore, but at some stage in the past, we see that behind us there was a Starbucks. Not that I know anything about coffee, but it was there. Now we seem to have dropped out of again. Now we're hopefully back into ultra wide. Looks like a market here. Yes. This is the flower market. Okay. Have seen mention of it on the internet. Not happy with the white balance, exposure balancing on this Pro video mode. I'm wanting to see if I can somehow get that to have an automatic exposure balancing. So apologise for the pause once again. Well, apparently it is automatically exposing that. So we'll keep going and see what we get. The river is right there beside us, but we don't get to see a great deal of that. All videos that I produce will have a Google map attached showing the locations, and I'll endeavour to mark up coordinates onto the video as well. There's nothing worse than finding walking videos on YouTube that don't tell you where they are. I'm hoping that there will be a stairway up onto this bridge at this end, because I want to cross over. If not, then I'll have to double back a little bit down the road. But I believe that there's a stairway over there at the left where these pillars are and the bridge supports. Just pop over here. You can see the river there. Various boats, ferries at the lake, crossing over. Let's also cross over. Looks like it's just a one-way road, so that's nice and easy. But crossing everywhere is easy in Bangkok. You just walk and the cars will weave around you. So where we just walked through was apparently called the Yodaman River Walk. No, sorry, Yot Piman River Walk. Yot Piman River Walk. Oh, here's a large barge. in the distance here, you can see Wat Arun. Bridge next to us is the Phra Bridge. And here at the back is the steering tug. It's quite a long unit, so the towing tug is up there on the other side of the bridge. I think I counted 4 large barges, and then here at the end we have the towing tug as well, who will be steering, I should say, the steering tug. Very, very organised unit altogether. Tourists on bikes. Fun for them. Much better to be on your feet. So I'm just going to pause here and have a look at my map. Okay, we're ready to go again. Just confirmed my points that I put onto the map that I want to walk past, and we'll have a look at that. So, pushing their cart off to work. Another bike tour going on here, going the other direction. We'll let them go past. Over here we've got a football game going on. This seems to be a big organization that is bike tours everywhere. So good for them. We're approaching another temple, which is a chedi, and I'll give you the name of that when I get to it. But let's have a look on this side first. I believe that this one is more of a cemetery from memory, but let's pop over here and have a look. Oh, what else we see? Beautiful gate. Oh, that is a stunning temple. Looks like it's having some renovation work or some repairs at the moment, but still beautiful. So here we have Phra Borommatat Mahi Chedi. Over here, beautiful. Just around the corner I see that there's an old Catholic church, which might be interesting to have a peek at. Haven't seen a lot of frangipani in bloom yet. I hope I do soon because I love that smell. It's beautiful. Oh, beautiful fantail. So I just got interrupted by a phone call, but let's see where this fantail's gone because he was quite friendly. Don't see him anymore. It's a shame. Okay, so let's keep on walking here. But I was thinking it's a lovely green area there down this path between the temples. Understand why the birds are spending time around here. Here he is. I wonder what he is called. I'll have to do some sort of identification afterwards to find out what bird exactly this is. I would just call it a fantail, going by how we know them as in New Zealand, but lovely. Okay, I'll keep on going. You're not interested in me looking at little birds fluttering around, so let's have a look here. I think I need to go out of this quarter here. There's a school there, but I love the building next to it. Let's see if we can walk through this path. I think we can. So, just for getting bearings, if you're looking to do a walk, this is now Sila 5 School, or Vithi Buddha School, next to this chedi that I just named a moment ago. And I'm just now walking, I think this is actually taking me more towards the main road. Here you see more of a older Thai house. And now the jetty from a different angle. Okay. We did come to a more major road here. There's a school off to the right. I'm not going to film the school, although it appears to be a Catholic school, judging by the crucifix up on the, well, not the crucifix, Jesus with his outstretched arms. He's not dead yet in that one, so he's not a crucifix. Right. So the church must be down here. It is the Santa Cruz church that I want to go to. So this is the school from the Santa Cruz church. I feel like a drink. If somebody's got cold Coke, then it might be nice to pick one up somewhere. It's beautiful smelling frangipani there, little light pink ones. That looks more like a jasmine. I would say. Okay, so some bulk housing here. Schoolyard is very busy. 3:30. Maybe some of the kids coming out of school at this time. Joseph building. A little snooze. So we're going to go to, here is the church. And here is another bike tour again. I will pause for a moment so the bike tour go past. Okay. It's 3:30 in the afternoon and it's January, so it's not particularly hot for Bangkok standards. April, that's hot, but at the moment it's relatively pleasant, probably 27, 28, a very slight cool breeze. So I think it's the Santa Cruz Catholic Church from memory. Yes, it is. Santa Cruz Church. I think that I can walk out onto this pier here and walk along the river a little bit, going to the left, which is north. Yes, indeed. That's nice. Banana palms. Complete with some variety or other of small banana. We started over there somewhere at the train station. We walked through here, over the bridge, past the jetty, past the Santa Cruz Catholic Church, and now we're walking along the river. Oh, and that is worth it alone. Look at that. That is stunning. I'm going to turn you off for a moment and make some photos. So apparently the house that I'm looking at there was called Windsor House. I'm going to actually, because I see that over here it looks like there's the old entranceway into that property. So I'm going to double back and go down that other street so that I can see what that looks like. All of the best walks involve doubling back every now and then. If you want to properly explore, you have to be prepared to turn around and retrace your steps and find other routes to more interesting positions and destinations. We are back at the Santa Cruz Church. Wait a minute, here we go. We need to go here and turn left. Hopefully. So we are now on Kudeejeen Soi 4. Okay, that comes to a dead end, so we have to go back. Let's go back to our river walk then. Unless we can find a way through. Maybe this one, Kudeejeen Soy 7. Let's have a look and see. Yes, here we go. So here is the Portuguese Museum, Kudeejeen Museum. The Kudeejeen Portuguese Descent Museum. Okay, so it looks like the shops here are a bit of a tourist trap. Let's go down to Soy 9, see if we can get ourselves back to the main road. Houses here are mostly built on above the water in this area, so I'll go through. So at there. Don't like the way that this area has a lot of little gates up and barriers up to stop you walking through different small streets and to force you through a route that has been determined by the shopkeepers, etc., to sort of push you past the touristy places rather than letting you explore. This is public land, and you are allowed, of course, to walk through all of the streets. main road. Next to another school. Where no doubt all of the parents will be picking up their children on the bikes, as they do. Wat Arun School, also a church school. Maybe is a water treatment plant, perhaps. Alright, so here's a temple, which name I cannot say, but likely I will see the name in a moment. And I need to change my setting there to ultra wide. Is beautiful. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the balance a little bit better here on the gimbal. Not working quite. 1 or 2, there we go. Well, there's not a lot of tourists here, and frankly, this is beautiful. That's typical. There's of course going to be places that you stumble across that aren't full of tourists, but that have beautiful things to see. Filming against the light is never a particularly good idea, but I'm just doing a lap of the little buildings here to at least see what there is to see. There is a couple there, older tourists poking around, which is nice to see as well. Okay, I think this is somewhere to come back to in the morning. So it's now 10 past 4 in the afternoon. The sun is coming down behind this temple and these pagodas and the chedis, which makes it a little bit hard from this angle, but that would be gorgeous in the morning for sure. Looks like we could walk into that temple there. The name of it appears to be Wat Kanlayanamit. I apologize to every name that I will say wrong. And this over here is the school from the temple, Wat Kanlayanamit school. They have a toilet, they have social distancing, and if you do go in, no shoes. Etc, etc. I don't know whether I'll be going that far in to need to take shoes off. Well, I have read that there is a very big bell in this temple, so maybe it will be worth having a look at that. Luckily I'm not superstitious. I don't mind if I walk under scaffolding, which is essentially a big ladder. Oh, this would be the bell, perhaps here. Definitely, that is definitely a large bell. Maybe that's what they are referring to. I don't think it's appropriate to go and ring the bell, so I won't do that. Perhaps if I was an American tourist I would do that, but I'm not. Going into the temple, I'm going to put on wide for lower light.
มาเปิดสาขาเองไม่ได้ส่งตัวของคนมาตัวเองมาดูแลกิจการก็จะโตเข้าไปในสาขาใหญ่ไม่มากของคนที่กำลังจะลืมตาอ้าปากในเรื่องของกิจการเองเนี่ยอันนี้มันก็ฟังชัดเจนอยู่ว่าเขาไม่ได้สร้างขึ้นมาสร้างระบบขึ้นมาปล่อยงานออกมาเพื่อให้ประชาชนมีงานมีการทำแต่เพื่อให้คนในประเทศเนี่ยเป็นงานของเขาแล้วก็กอบโกยทรัพย์สินเงินทองให้เข้าเขาให้มากขึ้นถ้ามันจะทำไปเพื่ออะไรก็การของมีนะติดเตียงที่ยังนั่งรถเข็นเลยนี่มีอยู่วันหนึ่งที่นั่ง
So that was a particularly large and impressive Buddha inside. Let me just pop back to ultra wide for some reason. Don't seem to be able to do while I'm in filming mode. So here we are again in ultra wide. So that was actually quite a special place. I've got a pussycat hiding under here. Looks like they have plenty of stalls set up but not plenty of tourists. Maybe in the morning this was full of tourists. I'm hoping that we can cross over the river or the canal here somewhere. I know that these buildings over here are part of the Navy, and these ones over here I don't know, but yeah. So now we walk away from that temple. We're going to walk back towards the main road so that we can head along to the north to Wat Arun, which I don't think we're going to necessarily make it with enough light. We can come back another day. Paths like this that I love, because you see a bit of the real life rather than just a tourist trail. Go this way. See, and again, I'm being directed by people that don't want me to walk through their neighborhood, even though I'm not necessarily going where they think I'm wanting to go. Hello. Although in this case it may be because it's not possible to walk the other way. Wow. I'm tied up here. Look at this, we're getting the sun glow or strike onto these, which is what I was hoping for in coming to this side in the evening. A lot of people seem to target the other side of the river, looking towards the sun and the sunset over Wat Arun there in the distance. But I was hoping to get the sun striking down and reflecting on the buildings like I have here. There are several places all along both sides of this river that I want to explore during the next days. I will make videos of each one of them, but this is today. First stop is the district around Wat Arun and the temple that we were just at. There it seems like a lock that these boats are going to go into, perhaps a lock of sorts to join the river from this canal. Maybe it's a tiny bit higher or lower, I'm not sure. For me, I really feel like I can see much more walking than what I can see going on a boat along the river, because I can really explore into the little side alleyways. That's why the channel is called Backstreet Portal, because I like to give you a portal into the back streets. Looks like there's a mosque over here, but our goal is this direction, so we shall keep on going. No, this way. Go. So I accidentally almost walked into a temple district that you can't go into. The gentleman was nice enough to let me know that I should go on this path. When you do walk through these back streets and the back alleyways, it's always good to stop and grab a drink. It only costs a few baht, maybe less than $1. Buy a drink from the local vendors. That's what they live on. It's what helps them to survive. And it's worth supporting them. Don't just grab drinks from all of the stalls directly outside the temples. These are getting enough business as it is. Buy it from the little local vendors. Looks like there's a market here on certain days. But they look relatively disused. A lot of dust. Like they haven't been open or used in several months. It seems to happen a lot in Bangkok. You find a lot of places where there was clearly sometime in the last 10, 15, 20 years a lot going on, a lot of business, a lot of tourists in that particular location, and now there are none, and just closed down stalls, closed down attractions, entire neighborhoods that seem to close down. Okay, so here we are at the Royal Thai Navy. That's all these buildings on the map. And I don't believe it's somewhere that you're allowed to just go into. And over here, behind it is the Wat Arun. Okay, so we start to find tourists again, which is a shame. Quite enjoyed it when I was the only white person around. All the way along here are little shops where people are renting costumes and getting made up in a traditional way to go and take photographs. So, the official entrance to Wat Arun closes in 1 hour. Cross over here. And go and pay 200 baht for entrance. So, I'll be back in a minute. So, we paid for our ticket. 200 baht. It's like $5. And well, I say $5, €5, $5, approximately US. Not too sure exactly. So I'm just going to go to here and push up my pole. Well, there's an awful lot of work going on. be the official entrance, but I do not care. I will go the way I want to go. There's far too many professional photographers. That is ruining the atmosphere and making it hard to get into position. Also, there's far too many cars parked in here. But there really shouldn't be. Well, I have to say that so far Wat Arun is vastly disappointing because there's just an absolute chaos of people, professional photographers walking around with their tourists that have paid stupid money to dress traditionally, and just standing everywhere in the way of what you might otherwise get a beautiful photo of a traditional building. So that's really sad. Let's try and get in to a space where maybe there's a slightly unobstructed photo, but I doubt it very much. Fucking hell.
กรุณาสะพายกระเป๋าไว้ด้านหน้ารูดซิปปิดกระเป๋าให้เรียบร้อยกรุณาอย่านั่งยืนจับหรือสัมผัสโบราณสถานและเลือกใช้ช่างภาพที่ผ่านการอบรมจากทางวัดสังเกตได้จากคนที่ใส่เสื้อช่างภาพที่มีหมายเลขกำกับและติดบัตรประจำตัวของช่างภาพค่ะ请保管好您的包、手机和贵重物品。请将您的包放在您面前。请拉上拉链并正确关闭包。请勿坐着、站立或住或触摸历史遗迹，并选择使用经过4秒培训的摄影师。你可以从穿着印有号码和摄影师身份证的摄影师衬衫的人身上注意到这一点。Please be careful of your bags, phones, and valuables. Please carry your bag in front of you. Close the zipper and close the bag properly. Please do not sit, stand, hold or touch the historical site, and choose to use a photographer who has been trained by the temple. You can notice it from people wearing photographer shirts with numbers on them and wearing the photographer's ID card.
난 찍었었는데.
근데 잘 안 나와.
We can book the pan also. Thank you. One more time. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Keep pushing.
마실 수 있는
So if you want to come and see hundreds of people making selfies and dressed up, then this is the place to come. If you want an authentic jetty or temple experience, then don't come here.
Tanggalin mo na lang ang tao. Go.
Yung cellphone ko.
스카츄. 내가 아니 해 있는데.
try and walk around at least one edge. And then we're going to go down.
Oh, yang tadi bagus ya, Mam? Yang tadi bagus.
Okay, seen enough. So, done. So I have to get out of this place as quick as I can. This is exactly the sort of place that I hate the most when I'm traveling. So let's get out of here because it's bloody awful. And find our way, hopefully, to the ferry. So. Oh. So that was basically what I thought it would be. Horrible. But at least the walk to get here was nice. The sunset coming in. It's a mildly interesting building, but sorry, too many tourists, just been absolutely destroyed. So this is my 6th or 7th trip to Bangkok. That's the first time that I've bothered going to Wat Arun, and I dare say it's the last time that I'll bother going to Wat Arun. But if that's your cup of tea, then make a visit. If you don't like walking, take a ferry. I have a feeling that this goes to the ferry. Kind of hope so. I don't need to keep filming this. I'm just getting to the ferry here to see what that costs to get across. So a massive 5 baht to cross the ferry. This is the 5 baht ferry from Wat Arun. There to cross over to the other side. the other people that paid probably way too much for the privilege. Unfortunately, the OMI steady is making it very, very stable. We're actually rocking around quite a lot. Actually also paid way too much for the privilege. So that was basically it, and now I will walk back to the train station and away we go. So there you have it, Wat Arun in all of its glory, with all the rubbish. Then away we go. Let's leave all of these tourists behind.